Hey everyone, and welcome back to Thesaurus Thrive. I'm Lily, and today we've got a really special episode lined up for you, especially if you're looking to level up your English fluency. We're going to be talking about A Story of Dream and Destiny, a fantastic resource we have right here on our YouTube channel, perfect for English listening practice at level 3. Ava, Bob, so glad you guys are here to dissect this with me.
Thanks, Lily. I'm really excited about this one. Stories are just such a powerful tool for language learning, aren't they? And this particular story, A Story of Dream and Destiny, it's just so rich in themes and vocabulary. I mean, it's not just about learning words. It's about understanding context, emotion, and culture, all wrapped up in a compelling narrative.
Absolutely, Ava. And I think what makes this story so great for English learners is that it's approachable, yet it challenges you. It's not overly complex, but it introduces you to a range of expressions and sentence structures that you might not encounter in everyday conversations. Plus, the message itself is universally inspiring, which keeps you engaged.
You both hit on key points there. For those who haven't watched it yet, and seriously, go check it out after this. It's an animated story about a young shepherd who has a recurring dream about treasure near the pyramids in Egypt. It sets him off on this incredible journey. What do you think is the first thing listeners should focus on when they approach a story like this for learning, beyond just, understanding it?
That's a great question, Lily. I'd say initially, just listen for the gist. Don't worry about every single word. Try to follow the main plot points. Who is the character? What's their main goal? What major obstacles do they face? This helps build confidence because you realize you can understand a lot even if you don't catch every idiom or specific verb tense. Then, on a second or third listen, you can start digging deeper.
Yeah, I totally agree with Ava. And for me, on those subsequent listens, I'd really hone in on the vocabulary. There are so many fantastic words and phrases in A Story of Dream and Destiny that are, let's say, level 3. Not beginner, but not overly academic either. Words like destiny, omens, intuition, adversity, perseverance. These aren't just words. They carry significant weight in the story.
Exactly. And it's not just about memorizing the word destiny. It's about seeing how the shepherd's understanding of his own destiny evolves throughout the narrative. It's a very dynamic concept within the story. What about the listening aspect itself? How does watching an animated story help with pronunciation and natural speech patterns?
Oh, that's huge, especially with the clear narration and character voices in this kind of video. You pick up on intonation, stress patterns, and the rhythm of English that textbooks often can't convey. You hear how sentences flow together naturally, how questions rise at the end, how emphasis changes the meaning. It's really immersive. And watching the animation helps because it provides visual cues that support comprehension, bridging the gap if you miss a word or two.
I think it also helps you distinguish between similar-sounding words or understand connected speech. Native speakers often link words together, and an animated story, especially one that's designed for learners, tends to articulate things clearly but still naturally. So you're training your ear to hear English as it's truly spoken, not just as individual words.
That's a brilliant point, Bob. So let's dive a little deeper into the dream and destiny aspect of the story. The shepherd's initial dream is very vivid, almost like a calling. How does that resonate with, say, the journey of learning English? I mean, it's a dream for many to become fluent, right?
Totally. It's such a perfect parallel. Just like the shepherd has this persistent dream that pulls him out of his comfort zone, many of us have this dream of fluency. It's a desire that pushes us to, pick up textbooks, listen to podcasts like this one, or immerse ourselves in stories. The initial spark is the dream, and then the journey is the destiny unfolding as we put in the work.
And the story really highlights the challenges, too. The shepherd faces thieves, cultural barriers, moments of doubt, and temptation to give up. That's so relatable to learning a language. You hit plateaus, you get frustrated, you feel like you're not making progress. But the story's message is about sticking with it, trusting your intuition, and understanding that even the setbacks are part of the journey to your personal legend, as some might call it.
You know, that reminds me of a specific moment in the story where the shepherd has to sell his sheep to begin his journey. It's a real sacrifice, letting go of his known life. For an English learner, that could be like sacrificing leisure time or stepping out of your comfort zone to speak with native speakers, even if you feel shy or make mistakes. It's that initial leap of faith.
Exactly, Lily. And it's not just about the external sacrifices. It's the internal battle, too. The shepherd has moments where he questions everything, where he feels lost. And that internal dialogue, the way he processes his doubts and fears, is also a great aspect to focus on for English learners. How do you express uncertainty? How do you voice your resolve? The story gives you examples of those kinds of expressions.
And it's beautifully done in the narration. The narrator often voices the shepherd's thoughts, which gives you direct access to how internal reflection can be articulated in English. It's not just dialogue between characters. It's the inner monologue, which is a whole other layer of language learning.
That's super insightful. So let's shift gears a little bit. Beyond just listening, how can learners actively engage with this story to maximize their fluency gains? Are there specific exercises or techniques you'd recommend after watching it a few times?
Definitely. Once you've understood the gist and picked out some new vocabulary, try retelling the story in your own words. You don't have to write it down, just speak it aloud. Start with simple sentences and gradually add more detail. This forces you to activate your passive vocabulary and practice sentence construction. You could even record yourself and then listen back to identify areas for improvement.
Oh, that's a brilliant one, Ava. I'd also suggest picking a specific scene or a character's monologue and trying to mimic it. Focus on the pronunciation, the intonation, the rhythm. It's like shadowing. You're not just repeating, you're trying to embody the speaker's delivery. This really helps with articulation and getting your mouth muscles used to new sounds and patterns.
Those are fantastic practical tips. And I think another thing is to discuss it. If you have a language exchange partner or a study group, talk about the themes. What does destiny mean to you? Have you ever had a dream that led you on an unexpected journey? Sharing personal connections makes the language learning experience much more memorable and meaningful.
Absolutely. And it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. When you're discussing deeper concepts like dreams and destiny, you naturally tap into more sophisticated vocabulary and complex sentence structures. It pushes you beyond basic transactional English and into more expressive communication.
Yeah, it really does. And the beauty of this particular story is that it's so rich in metaphors and symbolism. Things like the desert representing challenges, or the wind carrying messages. Understanding these literary devices not only boosts your comprehension, but also enriches your appreciation for the nuances of English expression.
Oh, that's such a good point about the symbolism. It's not just a straightforward narrative, it has these layers. And I think for level 3 learners, picking up on those deeper meanings is a huge step. It shows you're moving beyond literal translation and starting to think in English, to grasp the cultural and emotional undertones, the universal language idea that comes up in the story. You know, connecting with the world not just through words, but through shared experiences and feelings.
Right. And this universal language in the story, it's like how emotions or certain gestures are understood across cultures. For English learners, it's about connecting with the human experience that transcends language barriers, even as you're learning the specific words to describe it. It's a beautiful paradox, actually.
It truly is. It teaches you that fluency isn't just about vocabulary size or grammatical perfection. It's also about communication, empathy, and understanding the deeper currents of human interaction. And this story, A Story of Dream and Destiny, exemplifies that perfectly.
So for anyone who's feeling a bit stuck on their English journey, or even if you just want a truly engaging way to practice, I can't recommend A Story of Dream and Destiny enough. Watch it, listen actively, try retelling it, discuss it, and definitely subscribe to Thesaurus Thrive for more resources like this. It's more than just a story, it's a stepping stone to fluency.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that learning a language, much like the shepherd's journey, is an adventure. There will be ups and downs, but every step, every word learned, every listening practice session brings you closer to your own treasure of fluency.
And remember, every time you press play on one of these stories, you're not just passively consuming content. You're actively investing in your future and shaping your own destiny as a fluent English speaker. Don't underestimate the power of engaging with narratives.
Such inspiring words, both of you. Thank you so much, Ava and Bob, for sharing your insights today. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Thesaurus Thrive. Go watch A Story of Dream and Destiny, keep practicing, keep thriving, and we'll catch you next time.